Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're looking at something that honestly completely shifts how we interact with AI on a day-to-day basis. For a lot of us, the modern digital workload is just absolute chaos, right? We're constantly drowning in tabs, disjointed to-do lists, endless streams of messages. Well, we are moving way beyond the days of just typing a question into a simple chatbot and waiting around for a static answer. Instead, we're exploring how the new ChatGPT desktop app has evolved. It's now a proactive, scheduled assistant that actively anticipates your needs, so you aren't just constantly fighting to keep your head above water. Think about this for a second. What if your assistant actually worked before your morning coffee? Imagine waking up and before you've even poured that first cup or, rubbed the sleep out of your eyes, your daily workload has already been analyzed, prioritized, and totally organized for you. Think about that pre-coffee brain fog where just opening your laptop feels overwhelming. This technology is all about making the AI do the heavy lifting in the background, literally while you sleep, before you even sit down at your desk to start your day. Section 1. Your AI Chief of Staff. Okay, let's dive into this. The key to taking control of all that workload chaos is treating the AI as your own personal chief of staff. In our source material, the user sets up a specific chat, aptly named Chief of Staff in Work. Now, this isn't just a generic blank chat window, it's a dedicated, customized hub designed specifically to manage professional chaos. By utilizing integrations, this Chief of Staff chat connects directly to your most vital communication tools. We're talking direct, secure links to your Slack, your email, and your calendar. Why is this so powerful? Because it completely removes that constant context switching that absolutely kills our productivity. Instead of you bouncing between 3 different apps to figure out what's going on, the AI instantly pulls together all your urgent tasks, upcoming deadlines, scheduled meetings, and vital context right into one single place. By creating a scheduled task, you can actually instruct ChatGPT to proactively send you a customized daily brief every single weekday. Let's contrast how this feels against the old way of doing things. The old way usually involves, spending the first 30 to 45 minutes of your morning frantically digging through a messy inbox trying to cross-reference Slack messages with your calendar just to figure out your top priorities. The new way, that highly personalized summary is just waiting for you precisely when you want it, perfect for reviewing during that morning coffee we talked about. It gives you a clean, curated list of exactly what needs your attention right now. It's a massive shift from being purely reactive to being totally proactive. Section 2. Automating weekly feedback triage. Now let's scale this up a bit, moving from personal productivity to how a whole department functions. Our source provides this fantastic real-world example centered around the technical onboarding process over at OpenAI. When you're managing something massive like onboarding for a growing tech company, the team receives just an absolute tidal wave of feedback and ideas from internal members trying to improve the process. Managing, sorting, and just making sense of that fragmented feedback, it's a monumental bottleneck. So to solve this, they set up a scheduled task within a completely separate chat called Feedback Triage. This is really the quiet hero of the operation. Instead of a human spending hours every single Friday manually sorting through endless messages, this dedicated chat is scheduled to run quietly in the background each week, acting as an automated, highly intelligent filter. Here is the exact step-by-step pipeline of how that actually works. Step 1. Because the feedback is scattered everywhere, the AI automatically pulls those disjointed ideas directly from Slack, Notion, and Google Drive. Step 2. It takes all that raw, unstructured data and synthesizes it, generating a clean, beautifully summarized Google Doc for the week. And finally, Step 3, it automatically posts that summary doc right into the team's Slack channel. Think about the core insight here. You've got a system where unstructured, messy data goes in and structured, highly actionable intelligence comes out, completely without any human intervention. Section 3. Upgrading to workspace agents. So, that feedback triage flow we just discussed, it's incredibly useful, but if it's just running locally on one person's laptop, it has a serious limitation. It's powerful, sure, but it's isolated. It's essentially just a really good personal productivity hack. If you want your entire department to actually benefit from these automated workflows and use the tools themselves, you've got to break it out of that silo. You need to move from a local workflow running strictly on your machine to a workspace agent that runs entirely in the cloud. Transitioning from local to cloud means you're taking that single powerful hack and scaling it up globally, transforming it into an enterprise-wide tool. So the crucial point is a workspace agent is simply a local workflow that has been converted into a separate cloud-based agent accessible by your entire team.
And here is the absolute best part, the thing that makes this a true game changer. Converting your scheduled task into one of these cloud-based workspace agents requires absolutely zero coding. No way, right? But it's true, you do not need a complex technical manual or an IT degree. You simply use natural language and ask ChatGPT to convert it for you. The barrier to entry for building robust, team-wide automation is now basically non-existent.
Section 4. The 24/7 Automated Team.
Once that agent is living in the cloud, the capabilities of this technology expand dynamically across your entire enterprise. But the real magic here is the complete lack of friction for your colleagues. Your team members do not have to learn a complex new software platform. They don't have to create new logins or change their daily habits. They can interface with the agent directly from their own ChatGPT application, or even more conveniently, directly in Slack. You are literally meeting your team exactly where they already work. They just ping the agent in a Slack channel the exact same way they'd ping a human colleague, and it instantly responds with the data or summaries they need. The ultimate goal with this new functionality in the ChatGPT desktop app revolves around asynchronous work. You can take all those tedious, repeatable tasks that just eat up your team's valuable hours and turn them into dedicated agents. And these agents, they do not clock out at 5 p.m. They don't take weekends off. While your human team is resting and recharging, these AI agents are essentially prepping the battlefield for the next day. They just keep working, sorting, summarizing, and reporting 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, completely eliminating the mundane grunt work from your company's operating system. So, I'll leave you with a question to chew on. What repeatable tasks will you turn into 24/7 agents today? Seriously, think about your own weekly grind, and think about your team's biggest bottlenecks. What is that one chore that takes up entirely too much time that you could automate right now? Thank you for joining me for this explainer, and I highly encourage you to look closely at your workload and let the AI start taking the heavy lifting from here on out.